Introduction. Listen at your own risk. Listen at your own fucking risk. Warning. Once heard, you will not be able to unhear. Do not proceed if you are easily offended. If you are easily offended, fuck off. Fuck off. Chapter 1. There are many types of monsters in this world. The most dangerous ones are well-dressed, polite, and particularly pleasant when you have a discussion with them. Great financiers, lawyers, salesmen, businessmen, politicians, and conmen are very often psychopathic. Being skilled in the manipulation of the psychology and behavior of others is key to succeeding at almost anything. Intelligent psychopaths include Bill Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein,
Donald Trump, folks.
Vladimir Putin. Psychopathic men are usually masters of blending in. They are very good at concealing their psychopathy. Most people who know them would report that they are normal and likable. Nothing particularly unusual about them. Keep in mind, most psychopaths, like most people, are dumb as shit. Intelligent psychopaths are the minority. For every one psychopath who ends up as a successful banker, 10 end up in prison. Intelligent psychopaths rule the world. Example: to most Russians, the idea that their country is being led and managed by an intelligent psychopath is unthinkable. Reality is unthinkable for most people. Chapter 2. Give me control of the media for 30 days, and I can get the masses to believe anything. Propaganda works because a majority of humans do not engage in deep, careful, critical thinking. The Machiavellian perspective asserts that most people are motivated primarily by self-interest. Wealth, power, and status are Pareto distributed. To be average is to be a loser. Status is a zero-sum game in every hierarchy. Every hierarchy is a pyramid scheme. How you rank in the macro hierarchy is a matter of life and death. Everyone thinks the pinnacle of hierarchies is a relaxing vacation, and they are wrong. Hierarchy apexes are dangerous places. At the bottom of the macro hierarchy, life is dangerous, since resources are scarce. Everyone lives in poverty. At the pinnacle of the macro hierarchy, life is still dangerous, since you will be dealing with intelligent predators, high IQ psychopaths and sociopaths, narcissists. Generally speaking, upward mobility is a false promise that powerful people offer to those at the bottom of the hierarchy in an attempt to placate them. Your status in the hierarchy is directly influenced and corresponds to your ability to hide secrets. If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear. That is the problem. Everyone has something to hide, and so everyone has something to fear. Nobody on the planet has a reputation that would still be good if all their secrets were to be revealed. Everyone has secrets, and everyone is living a double life to some degree. The world is held up by lies. If everyone's secrets were to be revealed tomorrow morning, civilization might collapse. If you are going to say politically incorrect things, and you want to transcend the hierarchy as high as possible, you need to be anonymous. If you are powerful, top 0.1% of the macro-dominance hierarchy, the only people you can trust are those who were loyal to you before you became powerful. You must assume that everyone else is loyal to your power, not you. The traits needed to transcend the corporate hierarchy as an employee, and the traits needed to succeed as an entrepreneur, have a lot of overlap. If you can't get rich from a salary, you won't get rich being an entrepreneur. The traits needed to reach a high-level, high-pay position are the same traits needed to be your own boss. Chapter 3. In negotiations, charming the other party is critical. If they like you, they will offer you better deal terms simply because they like you. Charming low-status people is incredibly easy. Compliment them. To impress low-status people, be arrogant, boast, have expensive items, and show them off. If your status is currently low, you are low in the macro hierarchy. Start executing high-risk, high-reward strategies. Why do people ask, "What do you do for a living?" It is a very consequential question they are asking. Is your status in the macro hierarchy high enough? Are you powerful enough to make it worth it for me to spend time talking to you? People who have the desire to actually help you are rare. People who will try to do you tiny inconsequential favors so that they can feel useful and feel like you owe them something in return are common. Few are the friends of a man. Mostly they are merely the friends of his present circumstances and power. When his power disappears, most of his friends will disappear soon after. Verify the loyalty of your friends. Manufacture a crisis. See how they react. Are they willing to help? Or is their loyalty worthless? Life is a lottery. Life success. High income. Net worth. Power. Status in the macro-dominance hierarchy. The two best predictors of long-term life success are IQ and intelligence, and energy, industriousness. Few people want to find the truth. Most people just want their biases and feelings validated. Most people are not interested in real intellectual exchange or getting a more accurate view of reality. They just want to feel smart. As such, let them do most of the talking, and appear to agree with everything they say, even if you know it is false. For the sake of charming people, do not tell the truth. Appear to agree with their opinions, to validate their biases and their feelings. As a matter of habit, you should hide your displeasure and fake your contentment. For the sake of charming people, this is mandatory. You will encounter people who are poorer than you, smarter than you, and more cunning than you. Do not underestimate them. You will encounter people who are richer than you, who are also dumber and less cunning than you. They make great targets. Do not talk about cunning in front of other people. Do not talk about human psychology, social dynamics, strategy, or manipulation. Most people foolishly conflate cunning with evil, even though in reality cunning is a morally neutral tool that can be used for either good or for evil. Cunning, euphemistically called people skills, is a morally neutral tool. Like an axe, it can be used for good or for evil. These 5 phrases represent the same thing: cunning, Machiavellianism, manipulative ability, people skills, Social skills. Traits of high cunning. Good people skills. Good at charming people. Good at persuasion. Good at selling lies convincingly. Good at detecting when someone else is lying. Good at reading body language and vocal tonality. Good at reading personalities and social situations. Ascending the macro-dominance hierarchy. Be born into a rich family. High IQ. High cunning. High energy, industriousness. Low neuroticism. High stress tolerance. Low agreeableness. High capacity for ruthlessness. And good looking like myself. Halo effect. Great people aren't normal. Normal people aren't great. Look at the available real-world options. Predict the real-world costs and benefits of each option as accurately as possible. Choose the option that is best, given the predictable costs and benefits. Unironically, if you want to understand the elite, become one of their low-status lackeys. Low status makes you invisible to most people, especially high-status people. This invisibility causes them to not filter their speech or monitor their behavior when in your presence. So, you can see what they are really like without the mask they usually wear in public and in front of most people obstructing your vision. If you want to know a person's true emotional state, look into their eyes. They may lie with their arms and legs, and perhaps even with their facial expressions, but almost no one can lie with their eyes. High-end criminals engage in white-collar crimes, illegal inside trading, financial fraud. They are risking prison time to have a very high probability of getting millions of dollars and being financially set for life. This is a high-risk, high-reward bet, and a good one. A significant percentage of rich people got their money via illicit means. Theft, sometimes legal, and sometimes illegal. Employment is the next step in the evolution of slavery. The economy is not about free markets. It is about hierarchies and power. Karl Marx will tell you that in capitalist societies the rich use their power to exploit the poor. That is absolutely 100% true. What Marx fails to realize is that the problem is not capitalism. The problem is human nature. This is a feature of every society, not just capitalist societies. In every society, powerful people use their power to exploit powerless people for their own gain. This will be true regardless of whether your society is capitalist, communist, monarchist, or anything else. It is a common mistake to view the elites of a society as being one united group. They are not. Elites usually break down into factions who are viciously fighting one another for power. In most societies, most of the time, the poor masses, the bottom 80% of people, are not very involved in politics. Their time is taken up with surviving, trying to get enough money and resources to not starve. Elites are the ones with the spare time and resources and power to meaningfully impact politics. Chapter 4. One who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. Men are so simple, and so much inclined to obey immediate needs, that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions. Never attempt to win by force that which can be won by deception. No enterprise is more likely to succeed than one concealed from the enemy until it is ripe for execution. It is a common fault not to anticipate storms when the sea is calm. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Never was anything great achieved without danger. The children of the Chinese ruling class are being trained in the arts of cunning and prepared to take over the planet.
The children of the American class are being taught to spend their time worrying about microaggressions and trans rights and intersectionality and pronouns.
Yeah, I wonder who will win. In the history of the world, virtually nobody has ever gone from the bottom of the macro-dominance hierarchy to the top without breaking rules. In life, you have two choices. Be an ignorant fool or a brilliant strategist. Buy the audiobook now to learn how to be the latter. Scroll down to find the link in the description. Click on the link. Purchase it now. Listen to the entire audiobook from start to finish. Then, watch your life transform.